challenge we have today, as I understand it, about 60% of the video creative that's out there is vPaid. And the vast majority of that vPaid is vPaid in Flash. So that means we're restricting ourselves as an industry to vPaid units on the desktop. But mobile is exploding. So it's really critical that we move towards vPaid 2.0 and vPaid JavaScript in an increasingly HTML5 world. When you look at what's happened recently with Google and Firefox, both of whom shut off Flash periodically for some security issues, and Google is now pausing Flash selectively in Chrome in new versions using a black box algorithm. I think the writing is on the wall, but it's really critical that we move more aggressively to HTML5. And in particular, the advertiser and agency community needs to be creating HTML5 creatives and vPaid JavaScript to basically build up a large amount of inventory that can be delivered to mobile and to desktop in a new HTML5 world. Yeah, so in today's video marketplace, very often buyers don't know what they're buying. They don't know if they're buying pre-roll in an in-stream video player, or if they're buying in-banner video, an MPU, or if they're buying an outstream video ad unit. So we think it's really important to get to a point where you have transparency on video buying, and you know explicitly which of those three types you're buying. So that's why we're rolling out outstream targeting in our video buying workflow. But Appnexus as a company is also committed to open standards. So we're participating in the working group of OpenRTB, where efforts are underway to add outstream explicitly as one of the signals on bid requests and bid responses, which would help the entire industry. First of all, there is an ad tech tax, and we think it's too high. We think there's too many intermediaries in the video supply chain, and that needs to change. There's just way too many levels of redirect. Could be vast wrapper redirects with what's happening in terms of the actual delivery of the creative, and it could be just that there's too many people taking too much of a share away from publishers and from advertisers and their agencies. So we think that definitely needs to change. And that's a key part of bursting the video cost bubble. So 3 key challenges for video advertising. One is definitely supply, which is too constrained. We think the development of outstream is really interesting for that, along with in-stream, and could make the video market much larger, possibly very quickly. The second is relevance. What can we do to make video advertising dramatically more relevant than it is today? The same way Google came out with PageRank when they first launched their search engine, which gave you, an authoritative look at the websites that were linked to the website you were interested in. We need some kind of breakthrough like that for relevance. I think it's possible. And then the third is cost. We need to reduce the ad tech tax, burst the video cost bubble. So this week at our Summit conference in New York, we do have a number of exciting announcements. One of them is after the GA announcement that we made, general availability back in September. Just in that 1 month, we're announcing that we're now up to 85 video buyers on the system, of whom about half of them are daily actives. And we're announcing 5 additional customers. In the GA announcement time frame, we announced that Xaxis was using our video buying platform in more than 10 countries, Xaxis EMEA, and Collective in the UK. We're now announcing Media IQ, AdExtent, AnyClip, Altitude Digital, and Exchange Lab are also customers on the platform. So as part of our announcement at Summit, we are launching private marketplaces for video. There's been a lot of demand for that from buyers. So deal support and deal ID is going to be built into Appnexus for video buyers. In addition, we are also launching video log level data, which allows our video clients to be able to build really proprietary and competitive advantage on top of the Appnexus platform by using those data streams to be able to add to their market and competitive intelligence. And thirdly, we're adding outstream targeting so that buyers are able to specifically target outstream video in contrast to the more typical way of just having that show up as pre-roll. As far as premium inventory, with our announcement of deal support, we will be able to support private marketplaces, and we think this is a great move forward for video buying. That being said, there are publishers out there who could really benefit on the premium side from opening up their premium inventory into an open auction context. A great example for you is, let's say I'm a publisher and on a daily basis I get 200,000 views for my video content on a Wednesday, But on a Thursday, it goes up to 20 million unexpectedly. My clip goes viral. It's a news site or an entertainment site, right? So how can you actually have that taken care of unless you have an open auction model that allows you to dramatically scale up demand that's outside of any traditional forecast? So if you have your video buying and infrastructure set up correctly, you have the ability to do this kind of burst and handle it to get maximum revenue for a publisher. I've seen this firsthand. This is happening, and there's a lot of revenue being left on the table because people don't have their sites set up properly to tap into open RTB demand that's out there. So we're big fans of seeing that problem solved. So at Summit, we'll be proudly sharing the stage with one of our clients, Collective in the UK, and they'll be talking about some of the key advantages that they've experienced from our video buying platform. In particular, they saw click-through rates that were between 50 to 125% higher than other video exchanges. That's a lot. And they saw view-through rates, also known as completion rates, that were on the order of 10 to 25% higher. And this is on average. There were actually isolated campaigns that one of our clients saw 300% uptick on click-through rate. And one of the reasons that we attribute to this is our ability to deliver more relevant video advertising. So what we think is driving this is more accurately getting to the right audiences, right? I mean, if you are looking for dog lovers and you hit cat lovers, you're going to have pretty low click-through rates and pretty low completion rates. But if you do it the right way, it should go well.